Howdy, folks. Welcome back. I'm gonna get a little more set up here. I'm uh, doing kind of an emergency early morning live stream because of developing events. And I need to find my poker or my pointer here. Oh boy. Oh, well, maybe we'll find something else instead. Anyways, oh, here we go. Here it is. All right. I think you guys have seen this image right here. This image and the one before it are very similar to the event that we showed you yesterday. Okay, these are the giant faces in the sky, bisected in half, evil on one side, good on the other. Okay, this is that bisymmetry I was telling you about. All right, just some examples of it happening in our clouds now and what to look for in your skies now. Okay, let's get on with our solar report. Okay, and we're going to take you to today. The This is the first half of today. The frames that we have available. Okay, and here's our date right down here, or you can see it up here. It's April 29th, okay, 2023, and we have another blast coming off the sun with another object down here. Your trained eyes should be able to see this by now. In fact, I'm going to zoom in just a tad bit more just so we get the full screen. Come on, please. We've had a raging battle going on since my last stream, and let's just say that. I'm not gonna say it. Let's just get on with this report. Okay, you can see we have another object here, another one hiding in there, right there. Okay, so this is already activity we're having on the 29th. All right, now this activity isn't going to hit us for another 3 days. But what I do have set up is 3 days ago and what happened on the sun 3 days ago. Boom. See the date right up here above? It's the 26th. Okay, today's the 29th. This energy right here that left the sun 3 days ago is going to hit today. All right. Along with this slow moving object, well, it might drag another day behind. It might arrive on the 30th, along with Nemesis that happens the next day after this. Okay? Due on the 30th. Today is the 29th. Tomorrow is the 30th. This is your day to go get ready and stock up. Okay? Now, you can see. You can go fishing today, catch a bunch of fish, and throw them in your freezer. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You can go fishing, just make these days productive. You know what I'm saying? And productive with joy is fine too. That is okay. You know, to enjoy your days with your family and do some activities that you've wanted to do for a long time, relaxing activities. Um, you're talking about the radiation. The radiation in the fish is going to be unavoidable. Radiation is going to be in everything, so you might as well enjoy your fish. You might as well enjoy, you know, where are you getting them from? Right down the stream from the plant, or are you going to a nice freshwater lake? You know, there's a big difference. Um, you know, you gotta. Is it a local fishing hole? You know, is the water there kind of clean? What basic stuff like that. Anyways, sorry, I was just answering somebody, one of my beautiful family members in the chat there, and they get respect, and I'm going to try to answer some questions as we go because I always ask for Q&A, and they're doing it the whole time, and I'm not paying attention. So, better get a good dehydrator. Yes, that's a good idea because dehydrator, you can just add water right to your product, and it comes back to life. Good thinking. Now you guys are really starting to use your noggins. Okay. Anyway, so what you're looking at is the energy that is due to arrive today. Okay. And we have this slow moving object that might be slowing. Well, I don't think it's slowing up the CME because you can see how fast the CME goes past it. Boom. All right, so that CME is still traveling at the same speed, but we have that object and its magnetic field, that one right there, and another one right here, okay, that could be arriving today. It's so hard to report on, you guys, all right? But we got to do it anyway. So that is the energy that is due to arrive today. So let me answer another question here. What's this? What happened with those train cars that went into the Mississippi and Wisconsin? I heard they had lithium batteries in them. Yes, the ones, some did. Um, a couple of cars apparently floated down the river. Apparently, the ones with paint in them went into the river. The ones with the lithium batteries are on the shoreline. Okay, hopefully the lithium batteries didn't go into the water. Water and lithium do not mix. They would explode. So I think we would have seen some kind of reaction there. Anyways, the paint, though, that went into the water, we don't know what base the paint is. If it's water-based, lead-based, not lead-based, but like petroleum-based or, if it's a lacquer-based or epoxy, we don't know what went into the river, really. Okay, so are we safe if we stay inside out of the sun? Yes, you're safer when you stay inside out of the sun. You could use, long sleeve, long pants. Radiation's going to penetrate everything. It's kind of unavoidable, all right? So you're just going to live with it, all right? You can be as safe as you can and not go out during the peak times of the day, maybe the mornings and the afternoons, but not during the peak times of the day. You're going to come over to these instruments here I'm going to show you in a minute, and you're going to check before you go outside each day. Now, we got this solar part kind of done. You got, whoa, what are you doing now? Oh my gosh. Come back. Oh, all right, you're gonna just be along with me for this. All right, here we go. We're getting cooperation now. Okay, this is the Schumann resonance, okay? This is the shell spinning in the core that produces an electromagnetic shell or electromagnetic field around the planet that protects us from the radiation from the sun, radiation from outer space, all kinds of exotic particles. So, you can see, let me explain here just a little bit more. Most of my viewers know this. When the core and the shell expand on each other, they grind on each other, and these squeals and low frequency vibrations come emitting from the center of the earth up through the magma. They come out through the crust and they radiate off the planet. They go off the planet out towards space, but they hit the ionosphere and they bounce back down. When that echo happens, when that bouncing effect happens, the echo, that's what this instrument does, is pick up echoes, all right? It's an echo detector, and it detects the echo of the hum of the earth, the electromagnetic hum of that gyro spinning inside the earth. It's a 7.83 and every animal and creature on this planet vibrates to that frequency. They have to live on this planet, okay? Any disruption in that vibration causes disruptions in you and in the animals. Ta-da! Not too tough to figure out. Now you can see. I was telling you last night we had this little screeching event, all right? Here it continued. It was quite a event. It didn't go off the charts, thankfully. Some of these streaks do, but it's not one long continuous blast. It's way off the charts. This one, I think the planet can handle, because it looks like we're coming out the backside here. Very faint, but there is some green there, some vibrance there. It's faint. I got another instrument that will used to tell me the power of what the power of the magnetic field for the day was. And as soon as I can find that one again, we will start including that in a report. Okay. And if we can ever get, see, this is the Russians that provide this, so it's a delicate balance of getting information right now. But this is vital information anyway. So get used to maybe coming over and checking this instrument. I'll leave the link in the description. Also, I put links in the last description that I promised I would. They're in there. I put lots of other music, lots of other vital information in there. Okay, this is all about, I am going to dish you guys so much information that I can before I die. All right, I am going to give you all my secrets and everything that I can before I die. All right, so let's get to business. Now, looking at the Schumann, we're coming out the backside. I'm going to continue watching this because we don't have enough data yet out the backside for me to get a proper call on today and going outside. Okay, it looks like we have a faint line there, so I would say yes, you can go outside, but I would be careful. Wear some sunglasses, protect your eyes, wear polarized lenses, UV protected lenses, not the cheap lenses that you get out of some cheap gas station. Okay, get yourself a decent pair of glasses, preferably polarized lenses, to protect your eyes from the sun. Use high SPF sunscreen to protect your skin from the sun. I am allergic to the sun, so no matter what sunscreen I wear, I still burn. So I wear silk long sleeve shirts. They're breathable. There's some brands out there that make like a really soft cotton, silky type breathable material that you can cover your arms and legs with. Wear white and light colors, a hat, umbrellas. Umbrellas will be invaluable, okay? When you go to the beach, get yourself one of them pop-up tents and get some shade. Don't just sit at the beach raw out in the sun. You might as well be sitting on a barbecue, all right? Check your local places. They might have they might offer some kind of UV report. Also, I think if we all commented to Mr. MBB to please start doing his UV reports with those little detectors. If I could get one of those little detectors and stuff, I could give you a raw reading every day from right outside the door. But that's information we're going to need here pretty soon, the further along we go. Okay? So, having answered a few questions, where was I going to go next? Okay, we got the Schumann out of the way. Now, what we our concern for today is our weather now, all right? Right now, this is our, excuse me, this is our current radar. 8:10 a.m. Yep. All right, so this is our current radar off the coast here of Florida. Let me zoom in just not that much. Well, that's perfect. There we go. All right. Now you can see we got this nice patch going. All right, this is radar now. I'm going to jump to the next segment is 11 a.m. Pacific. That'd be 2 p.m. in this area. Now you see it has taken this comma shaped. It has a bunch of lightning in it. All right. this is going to come up into Florida. We're going to the next frame. All right, you see how it comes into Florida right there? This is going to be having that energy added to it from space today. All right. So we're going to see a possible intensification of what we're already looking at. Pray hard, you guys. Now, our next jump is after convection is over, an hour after convection is over. So that's 8 p.m. on the East Coast. So at 7 p.m., it should be right here at the end of convection, right along the coast, all right? So everybody in Florida is on alert today, all right? Now, something else I want to show you here that's, let's back up just a tad bit and to right now. All right, so there's the progression from there, there, there. That's 4, 5. That's 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Florida, this whole area going up into here. Now, also look back here. Let's pull this down a little bit. Look back here in Jackson, in Mississippi, in Jackson here. There's pop-ups here, and Texas also is going to be on watch today. It's not really showing this Texas event too well. No, it's not showing it at all. But we're going to keep eyes on Texas today too. Let me pull up the other. Well, no. We're going to stay right here for a minute. I'll pull up the other GFS satellite here. Actually, do it before you forget it, Brian. Sorry, I wasn't too set up. I was trying to bring. There it is. Some other stuff with this report, and man, this is just getting tougher and tougher. Boom, boom, boom. So you see our event move through Florida. Wow, what happened to our event here in Texas? It looks like it may have just like disappeared. And now it's all focused down here at Florida now. Alright, because there was some moisture coming back up from here, coming down into Texas. I'm still watching this area right here, outside of Fort Worth, going down to Waco area. Alright, even though it doesn't show it right here on this map, there's still energy back in there, I think. See, look, right here, let's go back a frame. Here's all the Florida energy. See this back here? This, I don't know. It just seems like this might be back here. I don't know. But as we go through this GFS model, you can see between now and the 30th what happens. All right, so there's 2 p.m. There is 7 p.m., the end of convection. Let's pull this up, zoom it in. Oh, it's 150 on that. Thank you, Lord. Oh, scroll. That's right. Okay, so. Okay, I see somebody say that's crazy. It's still raining here. All right. Well, yeah, we're going to have a lot of residual moisture. Even though where you see these green patches, there might be moisture in between these, in these white areas where it's not showing it. This weather is very volatile right now. Okay, it can change drastically one way or the other. Now, I told you and I showed you who's in control of the weather, and I think you understand how important your prayers and how powerful your prayers are, because there was supposed to be a big event here in Texas today. Now, whatever's happened here, we'll see. But let's keep an eye on this today, right now, for Florida, all right? And we're talking large hail, lots of rain, high winds, possible tornadoes in there, okay? Oh, that's what I need to do now. So we are over here, and we're going to go down to the thunderstorms and the Cape, right? That's your potential energy, conductive, available potential energy. Where right time. So that would be our current time right there. All right, and that's your Cape. That's your available energy in this area. All this Cape is headed towards Florida, right? That thing's going to aim right at Florida. Look at all the potential Cape that's over Florida already. As I back out, look how big this area of Cape is, this potential energy. This is all warm, moist air. It's all ready to go, okay? It's loaded right there. Another indice is the lifted index. We want to look at the lifted index a little bit, all right? Here's all that hot water again, all right? Where's it going? Right across from like Jacksonville south, the whole peninsula. See that? How it just, boom, cuts it all off like a saw blade. Just went zing right through here. Let me see something here real quick. Huh. Texas really dried out there. Okay, so this is current lifted index. This will be 2 p.m. lifted index. This will be 5 p.m. Eastern Coast time. This will be 8 p.m. just after convection's over, and we still have the lifted indexes all through this area. See how it's creeping up into here through the whole process and stuff? So there will be some chance for some tornadoes today. Another thing that really tells us a lot is the helicity. All right? Helicity. What the heck was that again? Helicity. You guys remember what it was? I'm going to show you anyway. Just to refresh everybody, because this is a hard concept to grasp a little bit, so we're just going to repeat it over and over until it sinks in. All right? Is this getting in? There we go. All right. Helicity. It's the property of a moving fluid, which represents the potential for helical flow. Helical flow is the flow, the pattern of a corkscrew to evolve. So it's a corkscrew type flow. Helicity is the proportional to the strength of the flow, the amount of vertical lift, that's winds going from the ground up, okay, the amount of vertical wind shear, and the amount of turning in the flow, i.e. vorticity. Helicity is vorticity, all right? The potential for vorticity, all right? Helicity is the potential for vorticity. Coming back over to our helicity, our potential for vorticity. See the region that's highlighted as the potential for vorticity at the end of convection today? Okay? So, hopefully you guys are kind of wrapping your heads around this a little bit. This isn't all thunderstorm, one big storm. This is not radar. This is helicity. This is the potential for vorticity. Okay? Now we're going to go back to radar. All right, so radar at that time where we had the vorticity is going to be out here at 8 p.m. Actually, we were right here at 4, but it won't show that. Oh, it does show 4. All right, so let's see, 7, yeah. So 4 p.m. Pacific will be 7 p.m. East Coast time, and it'll just be offshore. Will have finished buzzsawing Florida by the end of convection. All right, so everybody from this line down, be on high alert. Just have your head on a swivel. Have plans for what you're going to do in case the sky falls today. Either hail, torrential rains. These tornadoes can be weak ones that touch down and just take out one or two houses and then lift up and then touch down over there. So it could be hit and miss today. It's going to be a very, very interesting day. All right, right about there. All right, you see, let me go zoom in here. All right, this is going to be about 6 o'clock East Coast time, right at the peak, just before the peak of convection, okay? So you see all the lightning and stuff that's going on. This is still off the coast. It's going to sweep across, right, and get the whole state. Let's go just a little bit further. Actually, it kind of looks like it breaks up between here. Yeah, it kind of severs, and then most of the energy goes offshore. Let's see what happens around 9 o'clock at night. All right, by 9 o'clock at night, it's mainly moved offshore. But you can see that it's still wrapping around and going back up into South Carolina. So let me back up just a little bit so you guys can see. All right, so 7 p.m. it starts to wrap back up or starts to come back on shore here at 7 p.m. That's the end of convection right there. Then by come on, give me this one right here. 9 p.m. it'll be off the coast, but still some of it coming back in. Now, 11 p.m. That'll be 1 in the morning. So there's the end of the day. Midnight right there. Midnight East Coast, all right? So that's our day. That's what's going to be going on throughout the course of the day, all right? And I'm trying to get it to you early before this starts to unfold. Okay, instead of reporting at 2 in the morning and showing you all the carnage from the day, I'm going to try and beat to the punch a little bit and get you guys all prepared. Call your folks in Florida, have them stay alert on the weather, watch back up in here too. I mean, if you guys watch as I progress through this, you see this popping up back here in Jackson. These are the dangerous ones that have these little pop-ups either back or in front of it. See that? Okay. A couple of storm chasers I'll refer you guys to in case Ryan or Andy Hill aren't doing the thing today. We do have Brad Arnold and Brandon Kopic. Brandon Kopic's really kicking ass lately, so we're getting both of them are heroes. So I'm gonna lead you to their sites too, so you can follow along today. If Ryan or Andy doesn't, these guys will be out there still chasing, whether there's tornadoes or not. So there will be something to watch later on today. Where am I going now? At this moment right here, and with this going on back in Jackson, at this very time frame, I'm going to switch to the Cape. Yeah, we're on the Cape. It's very light back here, but there is, so these thunderstorms back here, come back to me. No, Where'd it go? There we go. These thunderstorms back here probably won't produce too much tornadoes. Let me see what the helicity is on that one. Okay, so now let's zoom in a little bit here. This has changed up a little bit now. Back here, this other pocket that I was just showing you, this is the helicity on it. There's a patch right here of potential vortex, vortex potential over here. So that still remains for the back side of this in Mississippi. I don't know so much about that. I don't see. Let's just see what the radar looks like at that. Now there's nothing there at that time of day. No moisture or anything. So let's go back to the thunderstorms here. Back to this helicity. Okay, so we don't worry about this one back here. Just maybe this region back here by Mississippi. I don't know. Let's see. This is currently. I wanted it at the end of convection. So that is 5 p.m. It's roughly about the end of convection. And that's our helicity. So our highest potential is going to be right in this area for northern Florida. Southern Georgia's in there, okay? For the end of convection, the helicity is pretty good. The values are pretty good there, all right? Don't mind this up here. I don't think there's enough moisture yet for anything to happen up there. But for our potential is going to be in this region all across Florida today. I want to go back to the radar now. Boom. Okay, so this is what mostly used to looking at is radar. Okay, so this is forecasted for 2 p.m. All right, this image right here is right when it's starting to come on shore and starting to affect the coastline. You might see water spouts forming out of the water and coming onto land. You might see them, forming on land, of course, too. But this little squall line is going to continue. Let's go to, this is going to be 5 p.m. So 5 p.m. This is rather organized for such a small low. It has quite the hook on it. All right. Not a hook like a tornado hook in the radar, but a bigger tornado type hook. This is going to cause rotation. You see these rotating winds back here? This vortex that's causing all this out in front of it. Yeah, so there's potential for tornadoes in here today, and I think I'll be watching close. And as soon as I see somebody go live or something, maybe I'll post. Are you guys getting my alerts for the posts that I put in the community stuff? Because if not, I will still continue to do it, and you guys will just have to go check. Oh yeah, if you have to get back to work, get back to work. You can always come back to this and watch it later. I'm just trying to do this now while I got a break in the battle, because I am going to be a busy dog today. Yes, you are getting my alerts? Oh, I hope that's a yes for my alerts. Anyways, because I'm putting stuff in the community page, like little updates if there's a new earthquake and I don't have time to do a live stream. Look, I have to juggle so much right now that I don't have time to do live streams or videos. Sometimes I'll just post stuff, emergency stuff in the community. So if you get an alert, go to the community, check that, or You know, look for my alerts for my live streams. All right. Anyways, got to get back and finish this because this is important. This is my main concern for today is the storm that's going to hit Florida and possible little bit of rebound stuff on the backside here up in Mississippi area. Maybe lagging a little bit behind this area, but roughly this region, definitely Florida, okay? Pull back out and let you just kind of look at that. And just remind you, that's 5 p.m. Eastern Coast time. Will this let me get to... Yes, it will. That's 5. So, this will be 7 p.m., the end of convection, roughly. When stuff starts to die down is when it's just finally clearing the coast. All right, so most of the convection during the day and the peak hours is going to happen as this is crossing the peninsula. And right at the peak, or not, when it's all done at 7 o'clock, the sun goes down and all this stuff starts to, calm down. Is right as it's finally left and gone off the coast. Okay, so everybody in Florida, stay on alert. Let's see. From here, I'm going to take you over to... Oh, wait. We'll do a quick little gem here, too. I was going to try to... Brandon Kopic. Hopefully, if you guys might be already a couple of steps ahead and know about Storm Chaser Brandon Kopic, he's on Ryan's channel. He's one of the best storm chasers out there. Come over here to his channel, subscribe to him, ring the bell, and watch his little video that he just put out here. It's just a 3-minute video or whatever. And he's got new camera equipment that he mounted on his vehicle to bring the best shots for his audience, okay? This man is dedicated to bringing you the ultimate shots, all right? Brandon Kopic and Brad Arnold, okay? We'll go to both of them. Brad Arnold, okay? Both of these guys are badass, all right? You gotta be half crazy to do this job. And they go into these structures, risk their lives to save these people. They're first responders. These guys often beat the cops and the ambulances and everything, all right? While they're streaming live, you guys can be along with these guys streaming live and praying for protection for these guys, all right? And for their valiant efforts to rescue people. I'm sure you guys might be aware that Ryan Hall also does charity work where the donations that go into his chat go right to the victims. He did a video where he cut this one lady like a $13,000 check to replace part of her house in her car and give her a life again. You know, you don't see the Red Cross doing that. You don't see, all these other organizations going out like he does and his team. These guys actually take a break from the storm when it's over, and they go out and help rebuild people's houses and help dig them out, in between storm events. These guys are true heroes. So that's why I'm showing you these two. At least these two guys. There's some other ones out there. You can pick your favorite. Much respect to both of these men equally. I don't have a favorite. Everybody's my favorite. Okay? Everybody's my favorite. Whether you like me or not, you are still my favorite. Isn't that sweet? Whether you like it or not. Alright, so there's a couple of heroes to go follow today. Hopefully they will be on top of it. I'm sure they will, whether Ryan or Andy aren't doing the coordination of the team, per se. They might. I don't know what their plans are today. So, just as backup, and come over to his thing, watch some of the videos, watch some of the intercepts. You will be amazed. These guys are so brave, and you see them come right up to the tornadoes and just get the best shots. Okay, so not only you don't have to wait for a live stream to see some real action. You can go back and watch. Shit, where was he on March 24th? Remember March 24th? Oh my God, you should have seen what happened to these guys that day. You should have seen what happened to them on, the week after. It's all captured, all for you guys to witness. It's maybe 2 days old. So what if it's 2 days old? We're so like caught up in the moment of what's happening right at this moment and then the next 10 seconds that we forget what happened 2 days ago. So, in your downtime, if you're interested, you can go into the videos, into the lives, and watch some of their work, all right? All right? And that's what I try to do is promote other channels. I don't steal their material. I have to use their material to bring the truth to you guys. I have multiple other jobs that I have to juggle. I don't have time to go through every single thing. You see all the instruments I already deal with already, okay? These guys are doing some of the legwork for me, and I'm trying to pay homage by sending my viewers to them. So, my viewers, do as I request and pay homage to these people and give them a like, give them a love, give them some support, however you do your style. Okay? Anyways, so important people to be watching out for today, as well as my updates too. Okay, so inbound energy due to hit today while storm hitting Florida. Okay. Schumann. Oh, I know we lost Mike Morales. And let's just say he's near. I know he's in my room. And when Marf did a tribute last night, a moment of silence, Mike and I cried. Okay, he got to witness through my computer what Marf did there. And he's just, don't cry for him. He is in a good place right now, all right? You guys miss him, but he is in a much better place. He's with me now, at peace. He's watching these live streams going, wow, I couldn't believe that this was happening the whole time. I was one of his loyal viewers too. Little did he know who was in his audience the whole time watching his trials and tribulations. Okay? And he's laughing right now because he sees the truth and he's overjoyed more than he was on this planet. Okay? And for his wife and everything, have solace that you will see him, that he is no longer in pain. He's extremely happy and extremely impressed by all of you guys and your love and respect and homage to him, okay? So, that's another thing I kind of do also is to take care of the afterlife as well, if you can grasp that. Okay, what we need to do though, I want to come over to the earthquake. So I was watching the earthquake map all night and it was nice and quiet all night. All right, that's kind of good. I want to come around here. We had these deep quakes, these fours in this region. I want to just kind of pop in here and show you a 5.0 of energy that got scrubbed off. Up here is a 5.2 of energy that got scrubbed off. Underneath this, come here, you, is a 5.5 of energy that got scrubbed off, plus some 4.4 activity right there, and a 4.6. And that's the other 5.0 that we already looked at. Okay, so a little bit of good news. Some energy has been scrubbed off a little bit here. Okay, that's some good news. Now, what's going on over here? We have sorry, it's going to just take its sweet little time. We have a quake swarm event going on here at the Salton Sea. There's two red quakes right here that just happened. A 3.0 at a depth of 10, 2.5 right next to it at a depth of 10. Those are two recent quakes just now. The quakes in the area are 3.4, 4.1, 2.5, and 2.9. All of these are fresh quakes. Little quake swarm going on here. As we pull out, it's just off the San Andreas here, just south of the Salton Sea. Okay? So, we have a new little spot of energy release here, just off the San Andreas, okay? And this area here, mostly farmland, it looks like. Yeah, these aren't neighborhoods, so good. Yeah, just for a minute, I was like, oh my God, this is a huge neighborhood right next to this Salton Sea, but it appears to be all mostly farmland and stuff out there. So, we have a new site, pressure release here, just off the San Andreas, south of the Salton Sea. That's kind of a good spot. Less people and stuff around there. Better to have our little swarm down there than say right here at LA, right? Or at San Diego, right? That would be good. Or right here at the Bay Area. So I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. That's fine with me. Okay, so looking, earthquakes are mellow for the moment, and something I wanted to mention about the approach of the big one. It will almost like grab the earth almost like a fist and just hold it really still for a minute as it approaches. There's almost like this, not a magnetic grip. Well, maybe it is kind of magnetic, but there's like a little pressure that holds the planet nice and steady for a second and calm right before the shock wave hits. It's almost like a pressure wave of just stillness that holds everything solid for a second before a shock hits. So, we could be in kind of that situation right now, especially when I see these big quiet zones like this. There's supposed to be a lot of stuff going on. And it's just real quiet right before the 30th. Okay? And it's kind of a sign of this, like, it happens before a couple of times. When this object goes to pass, it's like, oh my God, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. But the day before, it seems like really still. Still, that's the word I want to use. Everything is kind of still. It's been like squeezed or being held tightly or something like that before being released or something like that. So this little break in pressure, or this little break in quakes, when we have a lot of pressure still, I just never saw a good release. I mean, we are having these mid-range fives, and I could be off, and this is our activity, and that will be fine with me. But it seems to me there's still some pent-up energy from them deep sixes that translate to sevens, 7 plus at the surface. We have yet to see a 7 plus in the chain going down yet. And there are all sorts of 5.5s and 4.5s that backed up those sixes. So there is a lot of deep potential energy rising to the surface that it just has not come to fruition yet. We still have little releases of pressure, but I don't think that does not equate to enough pressure being released for me, at least from what I see. This whole area being so still and quiet kind of gives it away. Everything being still and quiet kind of over here gives it away. Etna just went off again. It just had a big explosion. Go look at the volcano channel I sent you to. Sorry, I'm not used to doing mornings. I am not a good morning person, let's just say. Even though I perform in the mornings, I just don't want to get. I'm not. I try to be a good morning person, but they're hard for me. Hard for other people too. Who is Reggie? Says okay, we almost lost. My neighbor left with a lightning bolt on his video. Cancer took him to. Okay, I see you guys just kind of chat with yourself. All right, cool. I'm gonna continue on then. I thought I saw a question there. Oh, hello, Joylyn. Joylyn, welcome. All right, so we kind of covered most of the earthquakes here. You see this little red one up here. Things are starting to come alive a little bit. There's the 3.3 up in Alaska. Let's close that out. We got a couple of red dots on the screen now, and it looks like we might be seeing a little bit of waking up activity now. All right, so throughout the course of the day, just stay vigilant to the news. Not necessarily mainstream media, but your local weather, your storm chasers. Keep this open on your computer, or be able to access the USGS and keep checking in every once in a while to make sure that there's not a big event that has happened or triggered some kind of tsunami alert or warning or something like that. Especially for people that live along the coast, all right? Today, this next, from here through the 30th, is a very, very touchy time. So, everybody on the coast, you should be staying alert as far as your earthquakes reports, and check in on your breaks throughout the day, just to keep alert. Okay, you people down in Florida, checking the weather throughout the day to stay alert. Um, you people that are watching that have family in those areas, to send an alert to them. You don't have to send them my channel. You can if you want to. Uh, I don't blame you if you don't. I have some very odd tactics, techniques, and material. But you could just, slip the word in there and say, hey, word is that Florida's going to get hit, and I know you're in Jacksonville. At 5 o'clock, you're still going to be at work. I would be, looking out the window at 5 o'clock in Jacksonville if I were you. Make sure the tornado's not coming down the street or something like that. Alert your peeps, your loved ones. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you guys do. I'm not a Twitter, I'm not a Facebook guy. I do have a Facebook page, but I haven't used it in years. You go find it. It says Brian Knight Big Buddy. That's my other nickname that people called me. I didn't give myself that nickname. Everybody else nicknamed me Big Buddy. How ironic is that years later, huh? So, what else was we gonna do here? I think I have to, I might have to, wrap it up. Oh, no, 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 no. I still had a little gem here for you. If you can catch it, pull it up. Oh, get out of there. There we go. Now play this, hopefully. Alright. This is an old UFO clip. It's one that never gets shown very often, and I haven't seen in a long time. I'm so glad I found this one. So, you know how the Air Force likes to show you the little thing on the crosshairs, and it's like, okay, it's this little dot. Alright, well, that doesn't really do it justice. Everybody looks at that and goes, oh, so what? UFOs are real. When they should be showing you, play it, please. Stuff like this. Alright, this is taken from the air. This is back in the 70s, alright? This is taken from an airplane looking down at the mountain. You can see the disc and the shadow it casts on the ground. Now watch closely. You see them zoom in on it. Whoops. Whoa. Say what? Any of you guys ever seen this footage before? Watch the shadow. The shadow is crucial. Do you see the shadow? That is your best evidence right there. Okay? Now let me tell you something. First of all, this is not our vehicle. This is not China's vehicle. Okay? If this were ours, why would these people be filming it? You guys got to ask yourself some serious questions, really. This is before all the digital manipulation and CGI, okay? This is old footage, and that's some of the best stuff is the old stuff because it's before CGI. It's before it could be manipulated. So, let's finish playing this. Whoa. Oh, don't give me commercials now, you freaks. Don't you know your time is limited and you're over here playing games with commercials? It's serious. It's retarded. All right, that's a wonderful daytime capture example. I live in the mountains, okay, and I see activity around me every day, all the time, everywhere I go, okay? When I see this, I can tell you this is authentic because I see this happening all around me all the time. All right? This is one of my favorite shots. It's been forever since I've seen this. I'm so glad this kid found it and played it in this so I could bring it to you. But let me just play it a couple more times real quick for you guys. Just so, last time before we go, this is our little gem. Alright. You can see the grainy footage. It's not the best quality. It's taken from an airplane looking down. That's the best angle because it gives you the shadow on the ground. And as we go, let's see. You can see the shadow goes behind it, all right? Because the angle from which it's being taken compared to the angle of the sun, it catches up to its shadow and passes it. That is proof, okay? The shadow reacting the way this does is perfect accordance to how it should react. The instant acceleration, the perfect instant acceleration in coordinates with the shadow. Most people do not consider that, all right? They would have the shadow leading it the whole way, or they would have the shadow following it the whole way. There's all kinds of stuff that has to go into it to be perfect. You cannot just fake something. There are all kinds of flaws that I can see. But when I see raw perfection, I just go right to it. Don't give me no headaches. I got to bring it to you. Bingo. And I used to watch this activity when I was a kid, all right? And I thought I was seeing Star Trek. You know, the Starship Enterprise, but without the little pods on the back. And I captured it right there. That's a good little shot. See how the shadow has shifted now as it has moved in perspective away from the camera and the angle of the sun. The angle of the sun never changes. The object's movement changes in accordance with that angle of the sun, with the shadow changes in accordance with the angle of the sun and the attack angle of the light coming at the object casting the shadow. So it's all there, perfect. I'm so glad I stumbled across this one. I'll play it one more time for you because it's just so much fun to watch. You can tell the cameraman was struggling to get a good shot on it. He was like, oh my God, I got to get this just right. And then it flies away. And you see him twitch. You see the cameraman kind of twitch to try to keep up with it a little bit. All right, you see that twitch of the camera, the jiggle like that? That is a natural reflex to a real event. Okay? So, I'll leave that for you guys to sit and think about and chew on for a while, all right? I don't think I'll put links in this one. Most of the links I stuck in the last one, and keep watching the community today. I'm going to keep watching instruments, and look for, as soon as storm chasers start chasing, or we start having convection and pop-ups, these guys are going to be on it. All right, so it's 11. That's probably right now. Current conditions. Whoops. Bring this over again. 11. Yeah. So that's just in a few minutes. Here's current conditions right here, I think. Yeah, that's a radar. Current conditions, and in so in about an hour from now, this is what it's going to look like. This is what Earth's weather is going to be starting to set up for Florida. So in about an hour from now, it's just going to start brewing its little thunderstorms offshore, and it's just going to be starting coming on shore here in about an hour. All right. So I say, oh my God, I have to take a quick power nap. We're on like 600 or 700 hours now. Anyways, I need to take a hot shower, maybe a quick power nap, and then pop back up and start storm chasing. So, no, we might have to come back sooner and start reporting on this in about an hour. Let me just take a look at the thunderstorms. And one last thing I want to look at is the lifted index at that time. At 11. Yeah. Look, let me pull back a little bit. This is our lifted index, okay? Over here, lifted index for 11 o'clock in an hour from now. I believe, yeah, this is 11 a.m. Pacific. It's now 10 a.m. Pacific. Oh, no, 9, sorry. So 2 hours from now. Sorry, I'm losing my track of my time here because it gets so compressed and so condensed for me that, oh my God, you guys would never understand if your time was compressed. You would trip out. You would lose your shit if your time got compressed like it is for me. It's so frustrating losing track of time. I can get so much done in a short amount of time, it seems like it goes by forever. And then other times it seems like it lasts forever, and it was only a short period of time. You guys would be so frustrated if that happened to you. Over and over every day, you're just like, what? This cannot be happening. All right, so back to business. I'm sorry, I get sidetracked here. This is our CAPE. No, this is our lifted index for 11 a.m. Pacific. That will translate to 2 p.m. 11, 12, 1, 2, yeah. In this area, okay? And radar at that time, oh, no, it keeps backing that time up when I switch. That'll be the radar at 12, 1, 2, about 2, 3 Pacific, right there. It's going to, 12 Pacific, sorry, 3 for 2 to 3 p.m. out there for you guys, all right? So, that's just a couple hours away. So, whatever you guys are doing, if you're in this area, be alert. Even back up in here, okay, in Mississippi, we'll watch to see what happens here. There's a couple other people, weather reporters, that are going to be popping up their reports here soon, like Max Volume. I'm expecting one from Andy or Ryan here, possibly this morning before they start chasing. Letting us know if they are or not, one way or the other. Okay, so everybody kind of keep your lookout for your alerts. Keep your lookout on your weather reports, your earthquake report, if you're on the coast and stuff like that. Okay, it looks like I might have part of the battle won, and I might have more opportunities later on today to bring more updates and more live stream for you guys, all right? If I'm not busy. I think that's it for right now. Yeah. We just real quick. Something told me to look at this real quick. Just one more thing from the GFS model. But we gotta zoom out. Sorry. Come on, zoom out. Do your thing. Oh, I guess it doesn't want to cooperate. Anyways, I wanted to move their frame, and there we go. Thank you. So let's go through this. Boom. You see how? Oh, this is updated. This is new data. This is this fresh, refreshed box right here. So let's take a little peek at this procession here. Okay, boom. This will be 7 p.m. according to this GFS model. This will be 7 to 8 p.m. at the end of convection It's going to be this mess right here in Georgia, all the way across Florida. And what I want to show you real quick is one more frame in. Boom. Is this event back here in Mississippi. Now we're going to zoom back in. Right there. Scroll. Okay. This is after convection. We're still going to have these pop-ups. This is showing the same thing that the other one was. Okay. So be on alert back here on the back side of this. People in Alabama, Mississippi. This might drag through Georgia. Okay. Let's zoom back out so we can use the instrument. One more. That's good enough. So, boom, right there. That's the end of convection. Let's just zoom back in on that too. Boom, boom. Okay. So, now you see the concern. All right. I showed you pretty much everything. The helicity, the radar, the CAPE, the GFS model, all of them are coming together and gelling for quite an event going on here today. Northern Florida, now kind of creeping up into Georgia, South Carolina. All right, so, and just because this southern part of Florida isn't in this, we saw all the CAPE go all the way across from, remember, from here on down, it was all potential energy. So, the southern tip of Florida is not out of the bullseye. Okay, let me go another frame here. Okay. Boom. That's the one where you see this rotation is wrapping up. On the back side, this inside line, there's almost like two hooks. So a bigger outside tail and then a tighter inside one right here. And believe it or not, there's even a third tighter one right there. Do you see that? Oh my God, there's three of them right there. There's like three spirals in one. The outer one here, the middle one here, and then look at this. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And then look how it wraps up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, guys. Do you see the time and date on that one? That would be 1 in the morning on April 30th when our big object, let's just say Nemesis, is passing by, probably causing the storm. I bet you the gravitational effects, the gravitational field of that inbound object is what is controlling this storm. That's why it's so big and so organized. All these other little sub vortices, these three little branches, are probably other objects that are along with the big one that have their own little curved vortices along with it that's causing this weird triple effect. I don't know. This almost looks like a dude walking. See the head, the body, and then the legs coming down. His heart's on fire. Wow. Boom. This is, all right, let's go back right here. This frame right here is 5, no. That's AM. Oh my God. I thought that was PM. Oh my God. So, look at this. This is at like 2 in the morning. That is 7 in the morning. So between 2 and 7 throughout the night, that whole thing congeals and gathers not strength but composition. It gets more organized is what I'm trying to say. and then look how it winds up, and then just smack. That's 11 p.m. Pacific, April 30th. That will be 1 to 2 in the morning for the East Coast too. Yeah, 2 in the morning East Coast, May 1st. Mayday, Mayday. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah. And then notice how everything clears out. There's a few little remnants, like the little spheres that are behind it in the tail of the big massive object. They'll create these little pop-ups that'll trail through here probably. Almost like a identical replay of what happened next to the sun, playing out in the weather. You can see it. Huh. Amazing. I can see, I don't know about you guys, but I see a very tight correlation with what just happened on the sun and the strengthening, the winding up, the tails having these little spinning low pressures. It's like the little objects in their little magnetic fields, the little moons that trail along, bring in. Here's the main body, the main storm, the main magnetic field, causing this rotation, this intense rotation. It has to be, because it just looks exactly like it. And then see this little impulse coming in, kind of. I almost think that these objects, as they pass, manipulate the weather, drag in these freak events. That's why some of these things pop up out of nowhere. Wow, that is quite the event. All right. Ew. A little food, a hot shower, quick nap. I think there's even a little NASCAR on today. So I will be having multiple things going on while trying to enjoy a little race and doing spiritual battle to take on this thing, man. We are getting closer and closer with each passing moment. Okay, the 30th is getting closer with each passing moment. Let's pray that it's uneventful pass. It's already going to be an eventful pass. Some other things that we should really discuss that we need to look for when this object and all of its moons and all the gravitational fields mixing with each other when this thing passes. Some things to look for will be tidal surges and tidal retreats. Just like our moon has a role in our tides, causing them to go up and down. The gravity of the moon pulls on the water on the earth and creates an egg type effect on whatever side the moon is on, right? And one on the opposite side because of the warping egg type shape effect. Okay? When this thing comes by, if it's in timing with the moon and its tidal surge or tidal pulls, it could intensify that, or it could happen at the opposite time and nullify it. So we could see tidal retreats or tidal surges. And what I mean is, the water just disappearing and going out for a mile. Those kind of events. That's why those happen, by the way. Okay? Because of the passing when these things go by. Okay? So it's also going to pull and tug at the planet. It's going to cause some earthquakes, more uptick in volcanic activity, which we're already seeing. We're already seeing this. So let's just pray that this pass is, as least impactful, uneventful as possible, even though there are things that are unavoidable about it. So, praise for impact. Pray for strength of, courage and endurance for each other for this, incoming event. Okay? Um, just try to stay strong, you guys. Prep up a little bit so you'll have a little peace of mind. If I don't think the power's going to go out. Maybe the storm might knock out power like it usually does, knocking down lines and stuff like that. But I don't think we're going to, say, have a blackout or any kind of EMP type event from this object. I don't know what the crazy bastards in Washington are planning. Well, I do. But let's just say we're not going to see any kind of too major of a blackout event or something like that from passing this object. It'll shake and rattle the earth. It might tug and pull on some of the stuff and make a few volcanoes burp and cause a few gnarly storms. But as long as you guys have faith and keep praying real hard, we can dodge another bullet. Doesn't matter the size of the bullet; it's the size of your faith. That's it. I love you all. I'll be back later. I miss you all. God bless, and I'll be back.